this one his too? It's green.
No. Oh, the lighter, sorry, I don't know.
I'm trying to gift it to him now.
Yeah.
We're gonna trade you.
No, I thought you meant the joint. I'm making this for me to share. That's for you.
Oh, no. Share it, wait. I get level unravel. Even more so. Good morning. Good, we have Bethany. I'm gonna start stalking you anyway. I need you later, but it's still a little early for me. I like to take my chill time in the morning. We're doing our chill time now. I put in a little bit of work this morning. We're chilling. We're going to the train though in about I gotta leave in 2 hours.
It's 11 o'clock now.
I leave here from London in 2 hours, but it's about half an hour away, so we're smoking real quick. We just had Moroccan breakfast again. So high vibe. We figured out that our roommates who moved out this morning, they assume that is our flat. They think that that is our flat that they are staying in. That's why they came and asked, where is the blow dryer that comes with this place? And when they were leaving, we figured it out. When they tried to turn in their keys to us or whatever. When they tried to turn in their room stuff to us and have us lock the door for them. They had us lock the door for them and like it was our house. I was like, I always wanted to play landlord. Pay or rent or get out. I always wanted to play landlord, so they think that's our flat they're staying in. They were so high vibe and so nice, but they couldn't understand a word we were saying. We were like, we know.
The one that could speak a couple of words of English, but he couldn't understand any, could he?
But they were still trying to talk to us because they were really nice.
Bless their hearts.
So, we just played landlord. We had the music on level loud last night too, and this morning at like 7 a.m., right? They're probably like, oh God, we gotta get out of here. We're like having a dance party at 7 a.m.
Twice 2 tenants have left early morning. I wonder if it's us.
We had 2 tenants move out in the period we were there. They didn't like the sage probably. They didn't like all the sage. It was bothering them. You ever have people be like, I don't like the sage. It's bothering me. I don't like the smell.
That means if you've stopped coming to my house because I sage, it means the sage is working.
If your roommates move out of your hotel room you're sharing because of the sage, it is working. Love it. Good morning. We just want to send you some good energy. We figured out, so we made Seb do the body graph last night.
Yes.
I put it on the Reiki wall. If you didn't do it, I don't care. Go do it again. And I'm going to get some kind of better post. I want everyone's body graph, and I'm going to go live in the Reiki group. Yes, this is coming this week. Yeah. And I'm going to go over each category, tips for each one. His category is hard. I don't know a lot about it. I'm much better at the other categories. Yeah. He is a...
Yours is new territory.
Yeah. Projector. I get confused with the reflector. Projector.
Yeah.
So we figure he has another component we need. She is a generator. I'm a manifestor generator, and he is a projector. So what I'm gonna go a little bit like into this stuff anyway because we have nothing to talk about. So I have to do some research. I go to Google, I read up on the projector thing. I came back this morning. I said I am now a body graph expert. Yeah. I will try to recap it the best I can because it's kind of complex stuff, but I'm very into this information. I noticed this morning it was channeled by someone named Raw.
Yes, that.
This system was channeled by someone named Raw too. Raw something, yeah.
Raw something.
All right, lovely. So I'm looking at this. It is my understanding, because I'm trying to figure out the energetic components, because we're taking him to the rocks with us, but we're bringing a whole group over there for some craziness. So
we're taking him everywhere with us.
Yeah, we can't. So I'm trying to figure this out. So he needs to be very careful as a projector. Reflector, I mean, right?
No, he's
projector. If you're a projector, you need to be very careful. You might have to correct me. With the type of people that you're around, you will become their energy of anyone around you. You're always constantly absorbing that energy and sending it back out, projecting it back out, not trying to. So if you're around low vibe people that suck, you're going to be low vibe and you're not going to feel so hot.
And that's what you're going to put out as well.
So I am here. I'm a generator. My job is to channel out energy. It's what I do on video or in any capacity. I'm constantly creating this energy. Me and her create energy and we channel it out. That's what our job is. So we have him here. If I'm in the same vicinity as him and I'm creating a lot of energy, he is going to absorb it and project it back out, amplifying it in some type of way.
But like last night, we were tired. We became tired.
So
and
last
he was
night
almost
we
asleep
did the
instantly.
video in the car. Me and Sherry are tired.
And we had been smoking.
He immediately fell asleep. The second we got tired, the second we were burnt out and done for the day, he fell asleep immediately. So you can tell that our energy, that he bounces off the energy around him. He's not creating it on his own. He's absorbing the energy
from around him.
Now I can relate to that because I have abilities where I harness and absorb the storm energy, the natural energies of the earth, ocean energy, storm energy, you name it, space energy. I can use that energy and then generate new energy with it in whatever way. Yeah, there's a free My Body Graph. The link is on the Reiki wall. It's free. They just want your astrology information. Sometimes you can't find where someone was complaining. They live in, I don't know where, and they couldn't get it on the map. It doesn't matter. Get the closest area to you. It doesn't matter if it's another country. All you really need is the day that you were born. If you don't have the time, put in midnight. Good morning. So, yes, I want everyone to do this chart so we can understand what our job is as light workers. It's going to tell you a lot about your energetic components and what you're actually doing here. Because we're actually doing our job whether we're aware of it or not a lot of the time.
Well, knowing I'm a generator has actually helped me work out that I need to work on harnessing my energy.
Yep. And if
around electrical stuff. So this stuff helps.
Yeah.
Helps you.
If you're a generator or a manifesting generator, you need to be very careful that you are not attracting parasites to your light. People that will draw on you, come be your friends, come into your life simply to draw for your light and to siphon your energy. Usually these are your friends, just people around you don't notice, because they're going to be very attracted to you for the energy that you're putting out. It would explain a lot of me and Sherry's past relationships too.
Yeah.
If you are a projector, right? Projector, like my husband?
No, he's a reflector.
Reflector, I'm sorry. Reflector,
he's
like my husband.
Yeah.
Then you are going to need a generator or a manifesting generator around you, or you'll be worthless in a lot of ways. That you're going to need someone who can create that energy. And, you know, if you are a projector, then you need to be careful that you are being a sieve and that you are not hoarding the energy that you are collecting, that you are putting it back out and redistributing it. So a lot of people will, you know, draw on that energy and, you know, hoard it instead of doing their job and channeling it back out. So you're probably going to not have a lot of energy on your own. You're going to need the people around you for that energy. I figure that's why I'm doing these videos. He needs to watch my videos, I told him. That he really needs to watch my videos when I do them so that he can draw on that energy, channel it, and has the energetic component he needs. So we have a lot of projectors and reflectors around us that need to be watching, you know, the generators on video or interacting with them for the components that they need. Reflector is rare. You're very rare.
He's a projector.
Projector and reflector are rare.
Both rare.
Most humanity is a manifestor in some type of capacity. If you are a manifestor or a manifesting generator, it is very important that you're careful with your thoughts. If I tell myself, if I say I'm sick, I'll feel like throwing up, I told her. If I say I feel sick, I'll probably feel like puking. If I think that, okay, we'll use this, that my husband is going to go to jail if there's bullshit, he definitely would. I have to be very careful, mind over matter, right, with my thoughts. And I told her when I'm at home, I have to just sit around and only ever think about things I want to draw to me, to manifest. It's very important. We're not like other people with our thoughts. Our thoughts are creating the reality around us. If you are a manifestor or a manifesting generator, it is your job to create the new earth. We have a very hard job to dream up this new reality. Hi, Bethany. You've never heard this before. I have lots of things you probably haven't heard, but I'm weird about what I put on video. Right? I'm weird. I like to be secretive. If you know me, I know I'm weird, right? I like to be kind of secretive, but I have all sorts of things we could talk about probably. I need more ideas. Why don't you guys tell me what you want to hear about? I'm always looking for topics, ideas. Hit my business page inbox if you have other things you want to know about. Gaia TV is really good too. I watched everything they have on there. They don't put anything new on there. So a couple of years ago, I probably watched most all their movies. And they don't update it though, really. So I do like Gaia TV. I like David Wilcock. I do see where, you know, whatever. I get that he is telling people they're God, and I don't subscribe to that. But other than that, I really like his videos. He breaks down the Law of One really good, which is something that I studied my learning in with the Law of One. And so he talks about a lot of the same things we're into. I would check out his, Mike likes his, I'm trying to think what it's called. He likes the other show, but I like the Wisdom Teaching series by David Wilcock on there. I didn't watch them all. I probably watched like 10 a while ago, a couple of years ago, but they were really good. I would check out the Wisdom Teaching series by David Wilcock on there. More careful with your thoughts if you're a manifestor. Every thought you're having is going out into that continuum and is having powerful effects. Thank God my husband isn't a manifestor, right? With some of the things going on in his life, I can see why he's not, and he has a much different job around here. If you are not a manifestor, and you could be like trying to build your mission or do things, and you know, you might struggle, like, why isn't this manifesting? Why am I putting out these vibrations and thoughts and I'm not seeing my stuff happen in this reality? We need the energetic components to go with these manifestations. So watch your thoughts more carefully if you're a manifestor. Yeah, my only intent, I can just sit here and smoke and chill and it doesn't matter. I'm sending energy out. So it doesn't really ever matter what I'm talking about on here. It's the energetic component that you guys need. That's why you're drawn to me. That's why you come to my feeds. It's not about knowledge ever. I woke up and thought we needed to learn a lot of, I thought I might need to read a lot of books. Like I woke up, I might have a lot to learn looking around, right? I might want to start reading books or something. Yeah, well, we don't need knowledge. That is something the elite have taught you. Knowledge is power. You need knowledge.
No, that's not true.
All people need is love. We don't need knowledge. We don't need to know anything.
If you're full of knowledge and have zero love, you're going to get nowhere. You need the love.
Yeah, we don't need knowledge. We need love and light. Okay. So, you know everything you need to know from your past experiences. You've been getting prepared for this for so long. Yeah, I told Seb, this sounds crazy. I'm trying to single-handedly, kind of single-handedly, I know I have help, but pretty single-handedly, I'm trying to put out a vibrational calling for the awakened to come to me, to come find me, and it's working like a magnet. You guys found me on some level, right? I stay in my little groups if you didn't notice. I'm not even on my page half the time. I know I post there, but let's get real. I'm in my little areas, and somehow you've been drawn to me for my mission and what I'm doing here. So I don't always know what I'm doing. I'll be the first to admit it, because I have no idea. I'm always in over my head, I always say. But on some level, I seem to be drawing light workers to certain areas on Facebook, and I'm collecting light workers. I'm building up light workers in some way. Like, I don't even know why or for what purpose. Probably to get out of here together. I assume we're doing a group ascension, and that we need the awakened to do this on some level. It's not my words helping you guys awaken, it's the energy. We're gonna have an energetic awakening. It's not anything I could say to you. Trust me, I try to talk to people all the time, right? There's nothing you can say to someone to wake them up. It will happen on energetic levels when they activate. Light workers reporting. All that Bethany needed reminding was that she's a healer, and look what it did, right?
Yep.
That's all we need reminded. Look at everyone sick. Can you imagine if all of humanity just figured out they were healers again? You're a healer, you're a channel, you're spiritual. Can you imagine how different the world would look instead of everyone sick and crying and doing the victim mentality stuff and manifesting realities they hate on a daily basis? Hi guys, hi. Hi Stacy. I can't read these comments good here, that's why I need 2 devices at home.
Let me try and find it, see if I can.
I know, I'm trying to read them. Sherry's going to do the comments and tell me if she sees any good ones, right? If you guys have any questions or things you want to talk about, I'm trying to think if I have anything else to mention on that topic. I'm going to do a whole Reiki video when I get home better, you know, in a better area. I'm going to do a whole good detailed one on that so we can talk on Bodygraphs. So for sure, make sure that you join it. I have a lot of groups, and I'm noticing some people are in this group and they're not in my Reiki group. And some people are in this group and they're not in my class space, right? So make sure that you guys add the Awakening to Ascension group and my other Sparks of Divine Light Healing group if you guys are not in it too. I'm using these 3 spaces, the Awakening to Ascension group and the 2 Sparks of Divine Light Healing groups, as class spaces in a sort of, you know, in a sort of relaxed kind of way, right? So I really like to use this as a class space too. Okay, I'm gonna just
remind people about the
I'm just gonna do this. I have people complaining to me, why is my video not going up on the Reiki wall? Why is my feed not going up? While I try to approve videos from people that are in that space, or they're like, can I go live and do free cards in the Reiki group? There is a Galactic Empath Healer group for you to network in, to do cards, to do your, you know, mission type stuff. That is a class space for me. I go around and delete all those live feeds, including my own. Including my own all day long, so only 1 or 2 is on the wall, so that you guys can go into that group and use it as an energy exchange to find the actual posts I put up and the material that I'm posting in there. So if you guys are looking for a space to share your live videos, do that in the Galactic Empath Healer group. Do that in this group. I don't care what goes on this wall. Do that in this group. Use these areas. But the Reiki group is for Reiki, not live videos. I think I covered everything today. I'm trying to think, right?
Just remind them where the link is for Bodygraph.
Yeah, the link is on the Reiki wall. I'll post it down here again. Make sure that you guys comment too, because I want to see on one post what you guys all are. I like to do scientific research. If you know me, I want to kind of learn more about what we're doing here. So it really is helpful for me when I can see an entire itemized list of the entire class and what everyone is on one post. So there is a Bodygraph link. For sure, try to go comment what you are so I can check it out, gauge things better, and come back with a better, you know, report and analysis of, you know, an understanding of, you know, our components,
how we all interconnect,
and how we are, you know, working together. I can't do my mission alone. I need other people, maybe a projector or a reflector. What's Pia, a reflector?
Yeah.
I have to be in a relationship with a reflector in some way. So I need, you know, that component too. So you're noticing we're coming together with certain people, maybe making friends with them, hanging out, just vibing on a daily basis. And it's really important that we can understand each other's components and, you know, what piece of this puzzle we all hold. Just Google the Sparks of Divine Light Healing. This is the Sparks of Divine Light Healing 420 group, and there's a Sparks of Divine Light Healing Reiki group. So if you search the name, there's 2 groups. Make sure you're in both of them. I know he said that he wasn't in this group, and he's been watching my videos for like a year. So every video, my real feeds, I do try to put the links to both my Sparks of Divine Light Healing groups on there, and I try to every day mention it just so people are finding these areas. So for sure, make sure you're in those spaces. Make sure you're in the Awakening to Ascension group. I'm doing activations in that group too. Not till I get home a little bit later today, I'll finish up. But I'm doing activations. There's a post at the top of the page for activations. Just leave 1 comment and I will get to everyone on that list. So I am doing activations too. I'm going to start doing an activation monthly in the Awakening to Ascension class. So I'll be doing 12 activations in that space. So it's a pretty good setup.
Trisha's asking about reverberating.
Yep. Do you know what type you are? I want to know what type she is. Okay, if you are, you're probably a generator of some sorts. I'm not sure. But if you're a generator of any capacity, it's very important that you're not going to sleep with all that excess energy. If you have generator kids, they need to be running around outside all day long. They need to be getting that energy out, right? They need to be channeling it out in some type of productive way. If you know me, I'm always running around. Like, I work real long days. I have a lot of energy. I'm running around. I notice my sister's probably the same sign as me too. She's always, I can't even keep up with her. Like, running around, getting a lot done on a daily basis, right? So if you are a generator, you have a lot of excess energy. You can't just hold on to it. You need to channel it out in some capacity to the other light workers, the other healers. That's your job.
That'll explain why I'm constantly sharing memes.
Now, if you're a generator,
to share memes.
If you're a generator, and that goes for the manifesting generator, if you're any type of generator, then you probably don't want to be around people. Me and her, we don't want to be around anyone. I'd rather just be at home working. And I can control who can talk to me and who can't. Yeah. I can ignore your messages.
In our home, we can control who enters.
We can control our space.
Doesn't.
I can control the energy in my house.
In public, you can't.
Yeah, I can't control the energy in London, but I can control the energy in my own little area. So you'll find that a lot of the second wave might be generators from the age, group. Yeah. From our date of birth. If you look at the second wave, a lot of the second waves would be generators.
I think it was from 69 onwards, wasn't it?
These are the people that should be out in the matrix interacting with people. We should be running around the matrix and waking up people, interacting with them, activating them just by coming in contact with them. But if you know me, I don't want to be here. outside in London, in the middle of the city, right?
Try to activate sleeping people.
Yeah, so the second wave you'll find at home. Empaths, avoiding humanity, right?
Yeah.
Chilling in their own little bubble on a lot of levels, but we're meant to be getting out and interacting with people. So I like Facebook. I think it's a good way.
Yeah, interact with people, but they're not in your bubble.
It's a good way to have better boundaries. It's a good way that, you know, you can control who you're letting in your reality. Yeah. You can get on Facebook, I can do a video and I can reach thousands of people from the comfort of my home in a lot of ways. So I really like Facebook for doing my mission. I'd rather do it this way than try to get out in the matrix and make a change. Now it's gonna take you, I told Seb, it took me this long to grow into my abilities. I'm just growing into my abilities. It took me this entire life to be able to handle energy, grow into my abilities. So it's very important we learn how to handle our own energy on a lot of levels, right? I would get drained if I didn't work real slow and at my own pace around here. That's how I do it. I like to just do stuff slow at my own pace, or you can get burnt out.
Yes.
So just pace yourself out with your energy. Know you only have a certain amount of energy every single day until you go back to sleep and recharge. So be very careful with your energy too. So if we get a bunch of reflectors and projectors on my feed, he's the reflector, right?
He's the projector.
Projector. If we get projectors on my feed, we'll keep the reflectors out of here. They're watching, but they don't comment. He might be watching, he might not comment. They're watching, but they won't comment. The reflector.
The projector.
Projector. The projector. If we have a bunch of projectors on my video, and I'm putting energy out, and we do. We have thousands of people that they will absorb this energy and they will amplify it and they'll send it back out on my feed. So when I get on my real feed, it creates a crazy energy. I notice when you get all the light workers on there, it feels insane to do those videos on my real channel. It's a lot of intense energy to handle. So we have so many people with different, you know, energetic components tuning into my feed, and it generates at the same time, and it generates a very powerful energy for all of us. It gives us a recharge. If I feel like not doing my video, and I don't do my video for the day, then I won't have as much energy either, because I need to create that energy and channel it out to have more energy. If you are a generator, you are working from your sacral. It's very, very important that if you're any kind of generator, whether a manifestor or a regular, that you are taking very good care of your life force energy and your sacral. More orange crystals, more maca, more, you know, good things for your sacral like ashwagandha, herbs, anything to kind of strengthen your sacral. If you're a manifestor, you need to work on your throat chakra. That is your best gateway. That's me, manifestor generator. I'm going to speak things into reality. I'm going to have to be careful with my words and my thoughts because I'm creating reality through them. So it's very important that if you are some type of manifestor, you're working on your throat chakra. Stop hiding. Yeah, if we hide, we stay in darkness. We stayed hidden, right? We stay hidden in these places, we were in darkness. So when we come together and we connect, it brings us into the light. So we can stay hidden, we can stay in our little, you know, worlds and realities, but we had to come out and we had to connect again, and we had to re-sync up on some level, more connecting. I don't know a lot about reflectors, but I will tell you, or projectors, that we need them because we have one right here with us, right? It's a necessary component. It must be very important, and it's rare. Only 1% of the population would be whatever he is, a projector. So projector would have a very important job around here. But like I said, you need to be careful with your friends and who you have in your life, because you become the energy around you. You become whoever you're around. So if you're around low frequency people, you will absorb that energy and then be, you know, transmuting it and sending it back out on some level. So you want to be around very high vibe people, so that you're absorbing high frequency energy all day. He's been drinking a lot of water. I said he's smart. That if he wasn't, he'd probably die hanging out with us. I'm not even lying. Like Pete, he'll die. He'll die. If he's not drinking enough water, that's why he doesn't feel good all the time. Let's get real. So he's smart. He's pounding water like we are. If you are a generator, or around a generator, it is very important that you're drinking a ton of water, because generators are creating a lot of energy. How do you create this energy if you're a generator? Stop doing things you hate and start doing more things you love. When you get excited, it activates your sacral, generating energy. So it's very important that, like, we're just having fun here, right? It doesn't matter if we're in London and the city sucks. We can be anywhere and we're gonna have fun. So we're having fun, we're having a good time, and that is how we're creating a ton of energy right now. So have more fun experiences. Food is big for the sacral. I love food, if you know me. We just have breakfast. So I'm very open to food, right? Food is really good for the sacral. Eating more good foods you like, that will help generate more energy, right? Food is energy. So it's really important, if you're a generator that of any kind, that you're eating really good food. Ditch the toxic food, you'll generate more energy. So watch who you hang out with anyway. Now, I had problems. People will try to latch onto my light, like I said. Usually my friends, right?
Yep.
Usually my friends. My friends. That's friends. They'll try to get right up close to me every day long, all day long, right? Because they're looking for an energy fix. Instead of meditating and tuning in and connecting to consciousness like I do, it's easier to do no work and to go find someone who is a light source and to be around them and to siphon or, you know, absorb that energy, rather than tuning in and doing the spiritual work needed to get to that place as a channel to be doing this on their own. So a lot of people that are generators had a lot more love bite, shit relationships, shit friends kind of experiences because of that energy they're generating. Me too. I'm not even a projector or reflector, and I'm very energy sensitive. Very energy sensitive. It's good training for us to get out in the matrix, right? Yes. Do crazy stuff and be in the middle of craziness. Gabrielle, why can't you come to the rocks? We're talking about you today this morning. You speak Spanish. You might be useful for our mission. You speak Spanish.
Yes, Gabrielle.
Yeah, he speaks
Why
Spanish.
aren't you coming to the rocks?
I think we said maybe he can't leave the country. Maybe he doesn't have a visa either and can't go. We don't know. I can't remember. I think we might have asked you. I just can't remember. DM can't leave the country, America either, and I can't leave here.
We were wanting her to come as well, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're talking about this kind of stuff here. Yeah, we're talking about you. Why aren't you coming to the rocks in March? We want to know if you're allowed to leave the country, or if America has you in prisons too. We're just wondering if you're able to travel. We want to know. Wait, are you going to the UK in March? We have 58 days. Someone said they want to go to London on their feed, and we were laughing. We said, did you not hear our review of the city? We give London 5 stars, and if we didn't have weed, it would have gotten 0.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Oh no, we wouldn't have
we review them. Yeah, Stonehenge gets a 10 out of 10, and London gets maybe a 5. We're being nice just because we're fun.
Yeah.
So we have 58 days, and we're going to go to London and then the rocks. We're going to do 2 missions in one this time. We're going to go to London.
Starting in London.
We're going to start in London. We're meeting Francisco. Nicole is going to have to go too, but we'll see. Allison at the least. We have people that are going to come over here and adventure with us. No passport. Go to the fucking post office. American passports are cake to get. They're not like UK passports I've found. They're really easy. You go take a picture at CVS or a pharmacy. Go bring your money and your ID to the post office, and they'll fill it in right there for you. You might have to send in your ID and they mail it back, but it's a very easy process. It took me about a month probably to get it non-expedited. I'm not sure. It depends. You don't need visas, you just need passports to come here.
Yeah, it's just like a holiday.
Yeah, they just do that. Yeah,
for a week
honestly, it says online you don't need one if you're coming under 6 months, and they're weird about it. Can you come to the rocks in March? We're inviting you. I guess projector and reflectors need an invite. Alyssa, she's been cracking me up for days. She's not here, but I got to. She tells me, she didn't tell me her ex-stalker was in our group. She'd rather just quit the group and leave the guy in here with us. And she said, because, you know, I didn't get an invitation. Projector and reflectors may need an invitation.
Yeah. Like generators.
They may feel they need an invitation.
Generators don't initiate, that somebody else has to initiate with a generator. We do not initiate, we can't.
So generators don't initiate. Projectors, reflectors do not initiate.
Yeah.
Guess who initiates? The manifestor generators,
yeah.
the manifestors. They are the initiators. Hi, Tamara. I said every light worker should have a passport because it will open up new probabilities for travel for you. If you have a passport, it will open up new pathways and new travel opportunities will come. If I did not just have a passport, like I had one for years on me and just had it, I probably wouldn't be in the UK right now. So I told you guys a while ago, Jeff is a reflector. Wait, I need to hold this. I broke my, I broke the weed.
I'll fix it.
I broke the weed. Yeah, so you have a very important job. It's very important that you're around really high vibe people, so the energy you're absorbing is very high frequency energy. You guys want to be around people you want to be. Are your friends a good reflection of who you want to be or who you're growing into as a light worker? So try to be around more high vibe energy. It's a very, very important job. Like I said about the reflector, he's the projector, right?
Projector,
got it
yeah.
now. Reflector. Like I said about the reflector, it is very, very important that you are not hoarding energy and you're acting as a sieve, taking it in and redistributing in a lot of ways. Be careful if you're a reflector with the energy that you have, since you can't generate it. Be careful you're not burning too much energy and that you're more careful with it. Good. Please manifest your passport, Gabrielle, or you're fired. You're out of the group if you don't
Bethany.
come. Yeah. If Bethany and Gabrielle do not manifest the passport, they're out. They're off to the island, Alcatraz. We want to have an island where we send people. Alcatraz is open. We checked it out when I was in California. I saw Alcatraz. It looks to be open. They may be renting the space. I'm not sure. We may need to rent out Alcatraz. You're voted to the island. Not this one. Try to get your passport. We would love to adventure. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah. Having all these people.
Having everyone come to the UK at one time. We're doing March and I believe a big June one.
From America, from the UK.
Allison doesn't know what she's in for. She lives in Canada. It took me 2 days to fly here. It took me like 2 days to get here, but it took me like 3 weeks to recover from the flight. And jumping time zones and time or whatever. Yeah. You lose time too, so the 2 days isn't so bad because you lose like 10 or 12 hours going across the ocean, but it took like 2 days. Passports are not too expensive. I don't remember how much mine was. They're really not that bad. I think they last like 10 years in America. Yeah. I've had mine for a while and it's still good for another year. I'm gonna get stuck in this country with no visa and no fucking valid passport after my passport expires. I already got a plan to get a new American passport though. I'm gonna use a friend's address and renew my passport and get it mailed there, and I'll get it mailed over here, right? If they keep playing around with my visa.
You'll get one, they're just dragging it
Okay,
out.
so they don't want you to travel. When I went to the airport and left the country, they were saying you were going to need a special ID to leave the country, and they were going to make it real hard.
Oh yes, they're just trying
and they said they were implementing this new bullshit, blah, 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 blah.
They don't want you to travel, they want to keep you trapped.
I explained to her that I don't know their measurements, I don't know kilometers, I don't know the metric system, I don't know the pound system, so they try to keep you really ignorant so that you'll have a difficulty going to another country too, the way they keep us quarantined, because they want everyone in their country complaining about how awful it is. Like, America is the problem. America sucks. Right, wherever you live. They don't want people realizing it's a global issue. So they try to keep everyone quarantined in their own country. They're making it harder and harder to travel and to leave if you didn't notice. Yeah. They really are. So that's what they're doing with this immigration as a, facade. But it's to keep us trapped in our own areas.
It's
no other purpose. It's not to protect people from coming in. It is to make it harder for us to leave. Yeah. They don't want a wall.
To make us so terrified we don't even try leaving anymore.
They don't want a wall so that they can keep people out of the country. They want a wall in America so that they can, enforce it and keep everyone in so that you can't leave, in all actuality. Look, Gabrielle is a week of spring break off in March. I have to believe, that we planned this stuff in past lives. If I'm here chilling with them, then we made this as a soul contract to be here, wherever we are. So, please, please manifest this. It was so cheap, too. I know a lot of people are like, I can't afford to go to the UK, you're looking at your plane ticket as your major expense. If you get it far enough in advance, it will be way cheaper. I got my ticket like my usual style the day before. The day before I flew here, and it was still really cheap for me. So if you get it farther in advance, it'll be really cheap for you. The place we stay at is cheap, so you're looking at food and airfare. Come to the rocks. Let's see. You guys already got your invitation. Remember, you joined this group? So Liz is like, I didn't get an invite. I didn't know I needed an invite to ban her psycho stalker, right? You got your invites. You're in this group. You're already here. So don't feel that you need an initiation if you are one of those other, you know, archetypes. You don't need that. You guys already got it.
Yeah.
He's checking pricing now. Can you please make this happen? We need a Spanish translator.
He needs to speak to Francisco.
Yeah, we need a Spanish translator.
Francisco
I'm sorry.
might be able to help him with cheap flights.
Can Francisco speak Spanish too?
Yeah,
okay, good. We need 3 Spanish translators. So we got Francisco, Seb, and Gabriel. We're gonna
Gabriel, speak to Francisco about cheap flights.
He speak to Francisco. He got his expert level, like you wouldn't believe.
He used to be a flight attendant.
He used to be a flight attendant.
He knows his business.
Yeah, he used to be a flight attendant. He might even get a discount. We don't know.
Yeah.
We might get a discount. We don't know. So that would be so amazing. Can you imagine us all staying in that place we stay at? That hostel, us all staying there, and the energy and how crazy it'll be. So I'm so excited about this. Okay, Lisa's coming. She's gonna check it out. Please check it out. Why you guys are 2 in your box? Lisa Cooper, we don't care. We're getting everyone there. Can you guys please check out flights, get a passport, and come hang out with your soul tribe off of Facebook? It's much more amazing in real life.
It will be life-changing.
It's life-changing. You'll level up so crazy from those rocks. They will assist you with your ascension so much. I know you guys know this because you feel the energy from me through the videos I do when I go to these crazy places. I know you do, because I went back and watched the Crystal Skull video, and I would advise you guys to watch it again, but this time stare into the skull's eyes. That's what you're supposed to do. I forgot when we were there.
I did.
Well, we did, but we didn't do it as good as we could have. Okay, so I did it.
You were mesmerized by Easter Island statue.
Yeah, so it's cool. I got video so I can do it at home, and I noticed different things I didn't notice when I was there too. So I watched the Crystal Skull video again a couple times because it's a short clip. It's on my page. Make sure you watch it. Stare into the skull's eyes. It will do crazy things to your frequency. Yes. That is a real skull. It's not a fucking fake carved crystal. People are telling me I went and touched a crystal skull. Oh my god, you light it. I went and touched a crystal skull because I had one in California. We had a big crystal skull my friend brought over to my house. Remember, in my yard, in the garden? It was like huge. That's not a real human skull with the same effect. So you can go ahead and make crystal skulls, and I'm sure they're powerful. This is an actual human skull from, I would assume, someone who lived in Atlantis that survived the pole shift and, you know, went on to teach. Maybe there were teachers that left and they went to Tibet, they went to Egypt, they went to places in South America and went to teach Ascension. That would be one of these Ascended Masters. I think there's like 13 skulls. It really computes with me with the number of teachers that actually survived the last pole shift and went on to teach Ascension in a lot of ways. You know that if I'm activated and you are talking to me on video like right now, that I will activate you. So that skull holds human consciousness, number one. It is conscious and it is aware. You can communicate with it via telepathy. I did before I went there. My team synced me up with the skull to telepathy it that I was actually going there, so it could be expecting me for when I was going to do my mission out there and to meet it actually. So you can telepathy these objects just like you can your regular crystals, but this is different. It holds human consciousness. It's not going to serve and assist assholes like the museum curators that called it a fake and made fun of it and sought to destroy its reputation in a lot of ways. The skull actually killed those people.
In that corner where the skull was, there were a different vibe. I went and sat on that bench next to that skull and it felt lovely in that corner.
I loved it.
I could have sat there for hours.
Loved it. So
easily.
The museum is terrified of that skull. They call it the Skull of Doom. It's killed a lot of people, not just from coming in contact with it physically, but looking at photos of it. There are very real cases of people that were examining this artifact, were sent photos of it to look at it and died, got very sick and died simply from looking at pictures of this skull. clearly we're at a good vibration where we can handle this energy.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on, you know, how you're polarized around here as to a lot of things and how the energy will affect you. So this skull holds powerful wisdom, information, activations, and, you know, I go to these areas because I'm drawn to them for assistance for what we're trying to do as light workers, like in a lot of ways. So I would watch that video and for sure stare into the eyes of the skull. Ask it to activate you. Yes, you can talk to this skull. It operates with telepathy, is very intelligent and aware. I love it. I'm gonna make you hold this again so I can take my thing off. Say hi.
Hi.
Show me your tattoo now that it's off. Can you see it?
Yeah, now it's not got plastic on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seb's had a good time, hasn't you, Seb?
Yeah, say hi.
Yeah, I'm good.
He's just chilling and absorbing energy, and he's gonna go home and drink
Somebody
water.
was saying that he must have been having a blast with us.
He is, and he's gonna go home and pound water for 3 days like he got a ton of Reiki. Because when they were in bed last night, you know, I did hella Reiki on all 3 of us, so he'll be feeling activated when he gets home. So he has to drink a ton of water hanging out with us. It was so awesome. He stayed the whole 3 days. We kidnapped him, and he didn't go home, so he must have had an okay time, or he would have ditched us and ran out of here, right? No, it's good. Oh my God, he's been telling us about South America. Tell him what your dad does.
Yeah.
Tell him.
So my dad has a coffee farm as well in Colombia.
Coffee.
Yeah. So
We want to go there. We're manifesting it. We are.
Yeah,
we're gonna
we're
get
going.
these. We're going. We're getting these passports. We're going next summer with him. We're going, and it will be so fun, like, to bring us here. It would be such a blast. You have no idea. We're off for. I'm cool for going off grid, ditching the phone and saying I'm going away for a month to do ayahuasca in
The
Colombia.
difficult part would be getting us to come back on grid.
Yeah,
That'd be
because
the bad
my
bit.
problem is going back home. I tend to not want to go home. I said one of these times I'm going to go on a trip, and I'm not going to go home.
Oh, God,
You
it'd
think
be
I'm
so
joking,
easy to
right?
not-
You think I'm joking. One of these times I'm going to go on a trip, and I'm not going to walk. I'm just not going to go home probably.
I get that feeling too.
Yeah, so, you know, I love coffee. I'm having coffee withdrawal. I love coffee. I haven't had coffee in 3 days. I'm having coffee withdrawal. It's okay. So he mentions coffee and I'm sold. I was already sold with the ayahuasca, but you mentioned coffee and ayahuasca and probably snacks.
And off grid.
And
that's
off grid.
that tick,
And
tick,
woods in the
tick.
jungle and no phone and no work. I'm sold, right? Manifest reality. Yeah. Swear to God, we're going. I swear. So destiny is meant to be. Yeah, it's meant to be. All you have to do is give me the idea and plant a seed, and I'll go manifest it and create some crazy fun experience out of it too. So he was planting seeds with me that were very powerful. That's my mail at home. I get boxes like that. When I ordered like fucking 20 items on Amazon, like the 50 pound of salt, like 3 little things of salt. And my husband's gonna get like 50 boxes in the mail, like today and tomorrow when I'm not there. He's gonna be getting the mail all day long today too. Swear to God.
That's why you.
The Amazon. That's what it looks like when the mail knocks
He's
on my
running
door
back and forth to
But the mail doesn't come one time a day in the UK like America.
Oh no, it just turns up whenever.
They knock on my door 5-6 times a day for the mail. I like to get a lot of mail. It makes me feel good when you guys send me little things. When I get mail, it gives me a little high. I was like, these mailmen either really hate me. Every day the same lady comes to my house for whatever. They either really hate me or they should be really grateful they have a job because I'm using their services. I'm pretty sure they hate me.
There's a lot of stairs at front of yours though.
Yeah, they gotta walk up the 50 flight. I have like, yeah, how many flights of stairs are there to get to my flat? There's a
house
good.
is on a hill.
It's on a hill. It's like Israel. That's what the whole city is. Oh my God. Wait, Israel is like built on a hill, so they have these crazy stairs to go up to these houses at the
crazy
top of the
roads as
hill.
well.
And you gotta walk up literally 50 flights of stairs to get to your house every day. That's how my house is. There's like 50 flights of stairs to get to my flat. I'm speaking UK now, so you guys are gonna have to learn British now too. So I say flat instead of house, carriage instead of garage. I'm slowly learning British. I say I'm learning UK and they're like British. Learning UK. I'm learning British. So I've expanded to I'm learning British and I'm picking up new words from being around them. Yeah, can you? The Middle East, I would love. They like it. It's not like Israel there. I went in the country. I stayed a few weeks, and I went to get a new visa at the airport, and they were like, "You can stay here forever. We love you. We love Americans. You can just stay here forever. How long would you like to be here?" Not like the UK. It was really dangerous when I went over there. Holy wars, right? Not anymore because they're kind of relocating Jerusalem to England now. They're kind of relocating their drama slowly over towards Europe.
Yeah.
So, but when I went there, this would have been 2005 and 2006, and there was a lot of travel warnings like you cannot go to the Middle East. It's very dangerous right now. There's a lot of conflict. It's a different friggin' world there, and I loved it. Loved it.
You were told that about London though, and we've not seen a single stabbing.
I got told at least 15 times I would get stabbed here, including by the museum people.
Oh yeah.
They told me to watch out. I would get pickpocketed and accosted in their museum.
Honestly, I heard him say it as well.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, 3D, right? They wanted, so that I figured because then everyone walks around the building super paranoid.
Yeah.
They tell every person entering that building you may be stabbed, and then
check your bag first.
check
and
your
then
shit. Tell you might get stabbed or pickpocketed, so that you walk around in a state of paranoia and fear. After checking your bag. So they like to do that with the fear, but I heard that from a lot of my family members too. To watch out, I'll get stabbed. Swear to God. I heard that coming to moving here too. Are you kidding me? Where do you want to move? My brother was like, it is dangerous there. It is expensive. They have terrorists and stabbings everywhere. And I'm like, I'm trying to manifest high vibe experiences. I'm sure they do have a lot of low vibe stuff going on everywhere. Hi, Tamara. Yeah, they love Americans in the Middle East. Everyone speaks English there too. Everyone speaks several languages a lot of the time. Now I gotta put this back on. Okay, you're good. The camera will go off. Yeah, look, you gotta rotate it. Okay, so, no, everyone speaks English over there. When Marsha went to France, she didn't have the best time because they didn't speak English there. But in the Middle East, it's different. Everyone mostly knows Hebrew, Arabic, and English there. It taught me a lot living in other countries. Getting out of my box, seeing the world. You learn a lot more, you level up faster in new experiences. But I learned a lot about languages when I was there. And so it made me really good with light languages and symbol-based languages to have some understanding of Hebrew and Arabic. That a lot of those languages appear to me to have been based off of the same kind of languages. The Hebrew, the Arabic, the Sumerian, the hieroglyphics. A lot of them are symbol-based languages. So it made it so I can read a lot of these things better. Hi from Liverpool. Where's Liverpool?
Up on the west
Good.
coast.
Come to the rocks. Come to the rocks.
Northwest.
Come to the rocks. Why don't you go?
Northwest.
You could take a train there. I took a train there. I don't even know where anything is in this country, and I did it. No, you should come to the rocks too. It's an amazing spiritual event with the most amazing energy there with the people that gather there and go there. It's just so amazing. You want to learn Welsh. We want to go to Ireland now. We're stalking Nicola.
Yes.
Ayahuasca is legal in Ireland, but weed is illegal. She can't get CBD and weed, but ayahuasca is legal. We may want to go visit Nicola too on our bucket list. I knew that she was my first new friend on this timeline. Literally, I got to the UK, here's my new best friend, right?
Yeah.
The universe sent me new friends that are on my time zone because she gets up and she's on my same schedule and we can do day shift light working together. And she sent me a picture of Ireland in the summertime because I moved here in the summer last year. And it was so beautiful. I was like, I am going there one day. I told her, I will go there one day. It looked so beautiful. They have such a fairy type of history, such an elemental type of vibe there. I'm reading these. Gabrielle is studying African. I'm very into those cultures too. If you want to study Africa, you have to come to the UK, Gabrielle. I'm sorry. They rated that all of their history too and stashed them in that same museum. You may have to come here too. We're going to London and we're going to drive and go to the rocks. So we're going to go to London and then
meet up in London.
Maybe
spend a night in London.
Spend a night in London. We want a tattoo.
Yeah.
That's why we're coming here. And then, so we agreed to go meet them. They wanted us to come to London. We were like, yeah, right. But then we got the tattoo. We figured we'll come back. Yeah. So we'll come back, me and Cherry. We'll get tattooed.
We'll go from London.
And we'll go from London to the Rocks. So you had to figure out when Francisco's coming, because we're centering everything around him. They have so much African history in that museum. It's unreal. It's insane. Like the stuff they have in there. It's crazy. They may be returning the artifacts. They have a lot of pressure to do so.
But there were quite a few.
Then we need another one now.
There were quite a few missing artifacts.
They have so
which they said were on loan.
Yeah, they say they said the UFO was on loan. They have a UK Roswell.
They just had a big space and just a piece of paper saying on loan.
Yeah, all the Egypt shit was gone.
It looked.
They took out their entire I saw 2 statues that were from the underwater collection, Egypt found underwater. They don't mention that. They just say it's ancient Egyptian artifacts. They don't mention they found it at the bottom of the ocean in probably Atlantis or Lemuria, right?
Yeah.
Or somewhere, some ancient civilization. So all of their underwater display was gone. They removed it. They don't want people to see that stuff. So they kept the Ramsey head, which is a big piece. But that came from underwater too. But I noticed that all of those objects were gone. They had pieces of paper saying this stuff is on loan. It's no longer on display. They do have an actual UFO. It's a winged disc. There, it was gone too conveniently. It wasn't on display.
All this stuff being kept there in that building, though, it was an overwhelming feeling of sadness. It was like going to a zoo.
We're supposed to try to rescue.
You see animals trapped.
It's our mission to save the rocks. I always say. Everyone just thinks I'm just nuts, right?
Need liberating. Like
the skull and the Easter Island rock need liberated. They may be returning that rock, so we might have been really lucky we got to see it, because they may be returning the Easter Island rock to its home. Hopefully, yeah, they should. So.
It all needs returning.
Yeah,
all of it should be returned.
Manifesting it now that they have to return all the crap they stole from the world.
It should not be in a British museum.
Sorry, Britain is getting their karma now. You get served what you deserve, right? Yeah. Britain's getting their karma now.
It's all been stolen.
They stole all this shit and they might have to give it back. Good morning. We're just chilling. We don't have a lot to talk about. We're just kind of, I can't wait to get home and sleep in my own bed, right? I didn't sleep so hot here. Pyramids. Oh my God. I've been, like I said, to all over a lot of the Middle East, which was a mind-blowing experience. Unfortunately, I was asleep and not into a lot of the same things we're not into now, so I didn't have a lot of appreciation going around and seeing these ancient sites. I told her that. I wasn't that into it, but I did see a lot of history there.
But you absorbed a lot by being there.
I loved King David's tomb there. He's my favorite Bible story, right? If they have a Bible story, it was always my favorite one. So they have King David's tomb there. I find it convenient they don't have Jesus in the same spot, since, I mean, Jesus came way after him. But they have all the same shit from Solomon, King David, but conveniently they have no Jesus artifacts.
From Jesus.
Yeah, so they do have history mixed in with the Bible to make it believable.
Yes.
They have all history mixed in to make people think it's a historical record.
Yeah.
So I noticed that, but when I loved it. I loved that building. They said allegedly it was the building Jesus had the Last Supper in, but let's get real. Allegedly.
I love that word.
I wasn't buying
it. You can put anything after allegedly.
Allegedly, that's where they had the Last Supper. That's where their paintings come from. That building. Yeah, well, I'm not buying it. But anyways, that energy was crazy off of his tomb. His tomb, the way they have it set up in that building, some of the energy was crazy. When I went to Israel, I described it as like as close to God as you could get, being in that spiritual energy that's generated there. You know, they have their own little gateway and stargates there, and they have a very powerful energy in the Middle East. Why do you think they're all fighting over it? Over those areas. So they have a really powerful energy there too. It felt so crazy. I went to that Wailing Wall, and it reminds me of Stonehenge. The way we go lean on the rocks and put our third eye on it and ask the rocks to activate us.
Yeah.
That's what people are doing. That was a temple, probably Solomon's the Wall, and it's probably the oldest temple structure that they have there. So people go to that temple and they worship it. And it was one of the most spiritual experiences I ever had in my life, going to the Wailing Wall. And what you do is you take a piece of paper and you write a prayer or a wish, one thing that you want right from the universe, and you put it in there. And I had to really think about what I was going to put in the wall, right? So I made sure that what I put in there was very service to others. I put something in there from my mother in the other realm. And so and the universe likes that, right? I wasn't going and asking for hella cash. I wasn't going and asking for a new house and a new car. I was trying to do something service to others, going to that wall, and it was very spiritual, and it was very healing for me too. I went over to travel after I got in a car accident. I had a crazy death experience. I got smashed up crazy, my whole body. And as soon as I could heal, I ran away and went away. And it was very, very healing for me too. That energy will rapid detox you. Being out in the desert in the heat like that, it will rapid detox you on a lot of levels. I was purging and rapid detoxing from being in that desert crazy kind of energy. It's really hot in Israel too. I could deal with heat better than cold. I've been crying the whole time here. I've been crying the whole time here. He channels the moon energy. If you are a projector, if you are a projector, you are channeling lunar energy. Projectors. If you are any of the other archetypes, you are channeling solar energy. That's why I'm a morning person. I get up in the morning and I like to do my daytime stuff. He's probably more nocturnal or would feel more comfortable at night with the moon energy and things like that. Any pyramid shape is powerful. When I went to the Easter Island rock, I believe that the Easter Island structures, the pyramids, the Stonehenge were built by the same group, the same consciousness group, probably ours. Probably our consciousness group on very real levels. That's why we feel such a pull to these places. They're huge energy conductors, generators of some sort on the ley line so that they can harness and channel that energy. When I went to, I've seen several sacred sites now. I've been to Shasta, I've been to the pyramids, I've been to the Easter Island rock, right? And I've been to Stonehenge, so I've seen a lot of sacred rocks from these areas. And they all have the same frequency. The Easter Island rock, when I did an energy exchange with it, felt just like Stonehenge. I had the same cold feeling through my whole body. It had the same crystal component that it was made with. It was a different kind of rock, but it was exact same kind of the way it was made with the granulated crystals in it. And that's how they would make the buildings in Atlantis, that they would mix a crystalline compound in with it, so that if you were to enter the main city of Atlantis, you had to be of a high enough frequency or it would repel you or make you sick, and you couldn't actually go within the inner areas. Pyramids are very healing. I have one in my house. I would have pyramids everywhere if I could. I would have one outside, a couple of, I would just put them everywhere, right? We even found someone who can make them. And you could just make them yourself, right? So we would probably have pyramids and weed everywhere in my reality, you know. They're powerful. It's a generator. So you guys are projectors and reflectors and you need a generator. And you need a generator, like I'm telling you, why don't you get a pyramid to generate some energy for you? That's the best way. You can go sit in that pyramid and it's going to create a powerful energy vortex. So if you're a projector or reflector, I would for sure get a meditation pyramid of some sorts. That copper will generate the energy that you need sitting inside of it. So any kind of pyramids are healing. You know, the organite pyramids are amazing. The pyramids that you sit in, the pyramids of Giza, any kind of pyramid shape is powerful and healing. They teach that in a lot of Egyptian Reiki too. I know, I'd rather do the heat any day. I'm going to Australia. Does it snow there?
Really,
I don't think so. It's probably like here though, and it's freezing in the winter. How cold is it in the winter in Australia?
How cold does it get?
How cold is it there? I think it's summertime there now.
It's tomorrow in Australia.
What time is it tomorrow? It's late, probably. I always think they're going to bed when we're waking up. Generator, good. We are making energy. That's why I like the generators, right? We can just vibe. Cece can come to my inbox and we can just chat and we're like, high vibe. And we're like, high vibe, right? Oh, wait, hold on. So we're like, high vibe.
Yeah.
We can just vibe. I'm drawing a lot of the generators to me and a lot of the manifestors to me on whatever level. I'm supposed to initiate you guys in some way. I just don't know how. I'm supposed to get you initiated
766.
on your way. I don't know in what kind of way. I'm supposed to have that initiation you need to go on and do your mission in some type of way.
I'll ring you when I'm close.
I know, dropping the phone. At home, I can't hold it. You know, I can't hold the phone and go live, right? At home, I just prop it up on my stuff.
Okay.
Vortex places. You guys are all living on a grid area as light workers. It doesn't matter if you're in America or I always say we get sent to the worst places. We don't want to go to London. I want to go to Aruba. I want to go to Greece or like somewhere tropical.
What did Tamara say about Australia?
I know,
Is it
I don't
warm
know.
over there?
Yeah. I want to go somewhere warm to go play light worker. I don't want to freeze in London, like sitting there freezing, waiting for low vibe taxis for 3 hours, sitting on the sidewalk freezing. It's not my idea of fun. So I told Sherry, we always get sent to the worst areas as light workers. You'll notice a lot of the light workers live in America, the UK, Canada, and Australia around here. We're activating the earth and, becoming new fractal points on that consciousness grid, conducting, generating energy in a lot of ways too. If you are a generator, you would be a main fractal point on that grid. Hopefully we all are at this point, but you would be more so a grid worker. If you are a generator, it's very important that you're just, putting your frequency through the roof every single day. Like, I just wake up, you have a new day, just try to vibe as high as possible, and us doing that is going to bring up the entire frequency of the planet. So we have an important job as to stay high vibe. We affect other people with our energy crazy if you're a generator. If you're low vibe, and you're having a shitty day and you're putting that kind of energy out, that's the kind of energy you're putting out around you, and it's the kind of energy people are absorbing off of you. So if everyone is always absorbing your energy as a generator, it is very, very important that we're more high frequency and really trying to push our frequency through the roof to generate more energy.
I'm a generator, and if I'm having an off day, I keep myself to myself so that I don't affect
That's what I do
other people.
too. Yep,
I don't interact, and then
see, we've learned to quarantine ourselves. So if I'm having a shitty day, I don't work if you know me. Sorry, I make my own schedule. If I'm not feeling the energy, if I don't feel like the energy is great to work in, I don't work. So that's how I am. I like to quarantine my energy if I'm not at a good place, so that I'm not, distributing out negative energy or anything, right? It's winter and it never snows. Well, I'm coming to visit Mari anyway. I told you she said I could stay in her guest bedroom. And already manifested, we're just waiting on my passport to arrive. Already worked out the details. I'm waiting on my passport. I'm going to travel. I'm coming to visit some of you guys so we can do it cheaper. And I'm just going to go travel around, do what I do, my little videos, and explore and get out more. I need to, because otherwise the energy feels stagnant on my feeds when I'm sitting there in my room doing cards every day. I need to get out, and I need to keep the energy moving and flowing as much as I can. So for me, it's really important that I'm getting out and running around and adventuring and having more fun. We're fairies around here, a lot of us. We have a strong elemental connection, if you didn't notice. Look at the ears around here. Just start looking at people's ears in our groups, right? Elemental trademarks. So we have a strong connection with nature, with the fairies too, on whatever level.
Definitely.
So you'll see people that have a strong elemental connection are usually more fun to be around. We're not the angel ambassadors that are ultra serious and judgmental around here. We're more playful, want to have fun, want to just vibe, want to have a good time in life. Right? Trying to have more fun, try to live in the moment. I told her we have to live in the moment, because when I look back at my museum trip, I barely remember it now. I barely remember it. So if I'm not there in the moment, enjoying my experiences, I'm not going to really be able to look back and enjoy them. You need to be more in the moment and just where you are now and enjoying the experience. I'm reading these comments. We're getting Australia time check. We want to do the time and temperatures, right? Tomorrow's in Australia. You should see where Marie lives tomorrow and see if she lives near you in Australia, because it's really powerful when we can meet people in our area, maybe making some new friends that are awake and enlightened and light workers. It's amazing. It's just so much better than these 3D, superficial connections. Cold as fuck everywhere. We said we're ready. Yeah, fairies and dragons. Yes, elementals. Mermaids, right? Unicorns, things like that. You're seeing more and more of that pop up around our movements. She's getting a unicorn tattoo.
Yeah.
She has a horse. She's going to turn into a unicorn.
In March.
In March.
That's why we're coming back.
That's why we're coming back. So we want to get out more. I tried to see a lot of people in the U.S. too before I left there. Teresa Duncan is in Devic Kingdom. Devic Kingdom, is that UK? Devic Kingdom? Is that the UK? It's Devic Kingdom, the UK. Where is that?
The Devic Kingdom?
Yeah, Devic Kingdom. The Devitt Canyon, what's that?
Where's that?
Where is it? What is it? You're like, where is it? What is it? Is it a place? I'm reading these. Yeah, for sure. Connect to people in your areas. I'll put up another post because I'm trying to draw new energy to our areas, you know, as I'm going about my mission. I'll put up another post later in our area in the Reiki group so people can try to comment where they live and connect and things like that. It's really amazing when you can connect off of Facebook with your consciousness group, your soul group. We just resonate on the same frequencies. 23 degrees. Is it Celsius or Fahrenheit?
What is it here?
Is it Celsius? Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? They made you Celsius and
3 degrees Celsius here.
They probably
we do Celsius.
They probably do.
So if it's Fahrenheit, I ain't got a clue.
They probably do Celsius because the UK built Australia, but I'm not sure because
So 3 degrees Celsius here right now.
I think they do Celsius too though, so I don't know. It might be.
I have no clue.
Do you do Celsius or Fahrenheit in Australia? It's really cold here too. It's real cold in Australia. We're gonna get colder winters and hotter summers if you didn't notice. If it's not happening already, it's been happening a little while. So the earth is going through changes, the poles are moving, the temperatures are changing.
The rest of Australia is suffering a heat wave.
So you're freezing and Australia's got a heat wave.
Oh yeah, Australia do Celsius.
Yep. I'm reading these. I'm gonna get off here anyway. But we wanted to send you guys some love before I go. You guys should come visit. Holly, come over here in the summertime. Tomorrow I should bring her cute little space kid and manifest a passport for June or the fall or something. Just keep putting the vibe out. It might not happen now, but guess what? We don't just say, oh, I can't go to the UK. All you gotta do is sit around and daydream that you're playing at the Rocks with us and you'll go there. But I make it easier because you guys know me real good from doing my videos, so you guys can just picture hanging out with me at the Rocks and it will manifest rapidly. I'll be able to pull you over to my timeline much easier than if you wanted to go to like another country and you didn't have a connection there. It will happen so much easier. So for sure, if you guys have that intent to ever go there, make sure that you guys, I'm reading this. It's in the kingdom of the Devas. Oh, I love it.
The Devitt Kingdom is a kingdom.
Teresa. I love it. I'm trying to get better access to the fairy realms, as you know. I'm working on it through my husband. I'm working on it.
I've never heard of that before.
Me neither.
Kingdom.
Yeah, bring the space kids tomorrow. Picture your little kid running around Stonehenge. Can you imagine how mind-blowing that would be for a kid? She'll probably remember the stuff better than us too on some level. The kids love that place. You should see even the little baby that was like not even years old was playing with the rocks and stuff. Like real crazy.
Yeah,
we
playing
saw
with flower petals on top of the rock.
Yeah, so these space kids love the rocks. They'll go sit on them and climb on them. The rock police let the kids climb on them, but not us, right? Yeah. But they'll go play with the rocks, and they love the vibes there. They're always so lit up running around that place. In India. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I'm getting off of here, sending love and light.